Good afternoon, welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. The headlines. PF Interno wrangles deepen as LUSAKA District Committee defies suspension. Police intensify patrols to curb criminality in Lusaka. Join me with the details after this commercial.
Team, the trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the...
She has so much data.
Mom?
Yes, baby?
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zamtel. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
And now the media news in detail. Minister of Home Affairs Jack Mwimbu says government has intensified measures aimed at curbing the rising criminal activities in Lusaka and surrounding areas. Speaking at a media briefing in Lusaka Thursday, Mr. Mwimbu, however, says government does not have enough resources to deal with the matter, asking members of the public to come on board and help fight the scourge. Meanwhile, the minister says government has realized that some of the resources that were plundered by former government officials have been deposited in either foreign accounts or assets as means of escaping the long arm of the law. Mr. Mwimbu has, however, expressed confidence that government is on a course in making sure that those involved are brought to book.
One of the many promises made by the United Party for National Development UPND administration was to ensure that stolen national assets are recovered. Minister of Home Affairs Jack Mwimbu has revealed that most of the stolen assets have been transferred abroad by the perpetrators.
You may realize that most of the resources that were plundered in this country are not in this country. Monies have been taken outside the jurisdiction, and if monies and other assets are outside the jurisdiction, you need the cooperation of other agencies.
The minister says government has since constituted an investigative team comprising the Zambian Police, the Anti-Corruption Commission, the Financial Intelligence Center, and the Drug Enforcement Commission, which will investigate cases of national plunder and ensure that assets are recovered.
I must say that the enforcement agents have made steady progress in a number of cases so as to bring offenders to book. Allow me to state that all these investigations are not by any means targeted at persecuting perceived opponents, but they are merely intended to make suspected plunderers account for public resources that they acquired illegally.
And the minister says government has intensified the fight against criminal activities which have been on the rise in Lusaka and surrounding areas.
I am directing the police to intensify foot and motorized patrols as well as mounting strategic security points in Lusaka. More specifically in the densely populated areas, bearing in mind that the festive season comes with its own wave of crime.
The minister adds that government has acquired motor vehicles for police officers to enhance their operations and has appealed to members of the general public to donate vehicles and fuel which will be used in the fight against criminal activities.
In this regard, I would request the business community, where possible, if they can provide additional motor vehicles and fuels to enable the police protect our city, protect our businesses from criminals who are terrorizing our people.
Prudence Chota reporting for Camnet TV News.
The Zambia Police Service says it needs to reposition itself to fight gender-based violence. Speaking during the cleaning exercise of Sikanza Police Hospital, organized by LUSAKA Division Men's and Women's Network, Sikanza Medical Hospital Director Dr. George Piri says the service is concerned at the high number of gender-based violence cases being recorded in the country. And LUSAKA Division Police Deputy Coordinator Community Service Superintendent Nyumbu Namakao says there is need to ensure that perpetrators of GBV are dealt with according to the law.
In the fight against gender-based violence, as a service, we are concerned and there is need to reposition ourselves to fight the vice. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm reliably informed that this exercise, among other activities lined up to commemorate this year's 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, suffice to mention that events such as this one are important because they serve a true reflection of the efforts that men and women in uniform render to supplement the police high command's effort in providing balanced workforce, which is gender sensitive.
You may wish to know that to ensure effective prevention and prosecution of crimes against GBV, men, women, children, and elderly, programs such as one are used as an organization strategy to call for the prevention and elimination of violence against women and girls.
United Party for National Development Alliance Media Director Thabo Kawana has dispelled rumors that characterized social media that the President Hakainde was to address the National Assembly Thursday afternoon. Addressing the media on this matter Thursday, Mr. Kawana says the UPND administration is not about to break what is contained in the National Constitution with regards to appearance of the head of state in the National Assembly. He explains that according to Article 861 guides that the President shall at least twice in every year attend and address the National Assembly, hence rendering the claims by the public baseless. Mr. Kawana adds that Clause 2 says the President may at any time during the term of Parliament send a message to the National Assembly which shall be read by the leader of government business or by a minister designated by the President, among other supporting articles like 8. The UPND Alliance Media Director has since called on members of the public to ignore such rumors aimed at disparaging the head of state and his team.
We want to state categorically and very clear that there is no such a thing. I think the nation is aware that the President's appearances in Parliament are enshrined in the Constitution and can only be occasioned using three instances. The first instance is that of the President is scheduled to appear before Parliament to open the parliamentary session. The second occasion, the President is scheduled to appear before Parliament to give the nation, the state of the nation in terms of national values and principles. What we have now come to know as SONA, or we call the State of the Nation Address. But these are the two occasions that occasion the President to appear before Parliament. But the third occasion is that the President can request, Madam Speaker, to address Parliament on a special occasion. And a special occasion can be anything. Maybe he wants to quit. Maybe there's a state of war in the country. Maybe there's issues that he wants to bring before Parliament that are urgent and very important. Therefore, Parliament, the President can seek permission of Madam Speaker and address Parliament. Even if Parliament is adjourned, including Synod Day, the President can request, Madam Speaker, and Parliament can be reconvened.
In other news, the suspended Patriotic Front Lusaka Province Committee has charged that the acting party Secretary General, Nixon Chilangwa, has no authority to suspend an elected provincial committee. In this regard, the Lusaka Province Kennedy Kamba-led committee, which was dissolved on Wednesday, has obtained an injunction to stop what they termed as an illegal suspension. Speaking at a media briefing held in Lusaka Thursday, Provincial Vice Chairperson Simoson Sunge says there is nothing wrong with the party members registering their displeasure when things are not properly done. And Provincial Chair Lady Charity Banda says Mr. Chilangwa and the Central Committee must be ashamed of asserting that the party lost elections in Lusaka Province due to the incompetence of the committee, when in fact it was due to lack of cooperation.
Wednesday, 1st November 2021, Patriotic Front Acting Secretary General Nixon Chilangwa suspended the Lusaka Province National Committee led by Kennedy Kamba for gross indiscipline and for disrespecting Party President Edgar Lungu.
Issues pertaining to Lusaka Province will be handled by the Secretariat. The Kennedy Kamba Committee, which has been in the forefront of insulting the President, of insulting the members of the Central Committee, which has been epitome of indiscipline, is today dissolved.
The suspended provincial committee has since hit back on the Central Committee and has charged that Mr. Chilangwa and his colleagues have no right to dissolve the provincial committee on the pretext that the party lost elections in Lusaka when the party lost elections in many provinces.
No one in Lusaka province has left the party. The structures are intact. Yes. We are intact. Yes. That's why we are here. Yes. Now, because of the maneuvers that they are making, they want to bring more 54 people on the committee so that they can go and favor their preferred candidate. That won't work. Yes. We are going to be guided by our constitution. Yes.
And Provincial Chair Lady Charity Banda says the party did not lose because of the committee, but because of lack of cooperation, and has charged that those directing the dissolution of the committee are people who have done nothing for the party but only gained from it.
Not be looked upon as if that we should to the fire. We know what they want. We know our rights. We have learned this politics. It's not fair. This party is so big than an individual. Yeah. It's just taking MCC. This is one thing I'm saying.
NPF Lusaka Province Vice Chairperson Simson Songwe, who represented Kennedy Kamba, says the party Secretary General has no power to dissolve an elected committee and that the youths have decided to settle for Tishimba Kambwili as the next party president.
Why Lusaka? There's only one reason. Yes. I think Bozabana Mwishiba. Munandwa kwebati. N'abana b'eskulu. Bashitata. Banamayo. Banebwaga mbwili.
For now, we will continue to monitor how the wrangles will unfold. Prudence Chota, reporting for Camnet TV News.
That brings us to the end of the news, the headlines. PF internal wrangles deepen as Lusaka District Committee defies suspension. Police intensify patrols to curb criminality in Lusaka. Thank you for joining us. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon.